Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing Gears of War 3 on the Series X, and this is my insane difficulty guide and walkthrough. We're currently on Act 5-2. It is entitled Blackout, so there's an infinite pile of ammo over here. I would highly recommend getting the silverback from this storage area over here because there's a very difficult part coming up. If you are on the silverback, it's less so, but I tried many times to do this without the silverback because the silverback is really slow and it has like the slowest look sensitivity possible. But I'm telling you, it could definitely protect you from the I don't like to call them flamers because in my memory a flamer is a sinner burning in hell, but we'll just call them flamethrower guys. There's like 3 or 4 of these fucking flamethrower guys, you guys, and every time they seem to just drop on you, and when they drop on you, they burn you to a crisp, and there's no way of surviving. There's also 4 rooms, and every time you get up to any one of the rooms, it locks you in place and pans over to the ceiling, which I really hate. Yeah, these flamethrower guys, they love to hide, and they're on every one of the halls. So I would hightail it to room 2 if I were you. And you don't have to go into the room that has the light switch on it to turn on the lights. Just because I would just try to get to the end of this as quickly as possible. And we have a light on this thing, so we don't need to go into that room. But I'm telling you, I tried to do this so many times without this silverback, and I would go room by room trying to find the flamethrower guys. See, look at this. They just spawn like right on you. And if you're not on the silverback, you're just as good as dead. You know, you've been dead for a long time. Your whole family and all your friends are dead too. But as safe as you are, don't let it get you into a state of being complacent, because this machine does have a HP durability. Here's room 2. This is the only place you need to go down here, and there's going to be a room with some Theron guards and another flamer actually. So be careful. Here he is. Did I call him a flamer? I'm sorry. I don't want to invoke any religious epithets, but they'll chase you down too. Those scorchers, they'll fucking chase you down as well. So you can be doing this fight, and then all of a sudden, a scorcher's right behind you, and I believe there's about 3 of them. No, 4. There's 4 of them. And then you're gonna need to jump off the silverback because we're gonna have to go up some ladders. And then we're gonna be facing some reavers out here. The AI of the first reaver is not too bad. He's not very aggressive, and it seems like he has less HP. There's also a nifty little hideaway over here that houses a weapon cache. Yeah, you can shoot this panel off, and it will open this door. And in here is a mulcher and a one-shot. So you might want to take the one-shot over here, and you can shoot these reavers through the slats in the windows over here. And I'm not sure if the second reaver takes one shot. He might take more. He might have armor or something. I'm not sure. But before he spawns, you're going to have to deal with some Theron guards over here. And if you'd rather just use your long shot on them or a torque bow, go for it. But it is much safer. Oh, I'm going back in here because I thought I thought there was something better than the mulcher. I fucking hate the mulcher. I'm not sure what I thought it was, but I definitely didn't think it was a mulcher. So when everybody's is killed out here, that second reaver is going to spawn, and if you feel like dying, you can fight him out here. And if you really feel like dying, you can try to fight him out here with the one shot with your restricted movement. So once you hear him, you need to run back into the safety of that room that we were just in. Be careful too, because it is really dark out here, and these Theron guards are in dark garb, and they can really hide pretty easily on you. Here he is. Let's see how many shots this takes. Okay, there's one. And it's really not feasible to try to it took two. That's not too bad, but it's called a one shot, for God's sakes. Oh, on the next part, I would recommend having a torque bow and a long shot, because there's going to be some guys from far away vantage points. And keep picking up all of your loot and then press forward. There's going to be a cutscene coming up in just a minute. Then we're going to be fighting some more guards and an armored Cantus. He's always fun, but don't worry, because there's plenty of grenades and good weapons over here for you to take care of him. So just push forward. There's going to be this cutscene over here, and again, remember that I don't trim out cutscenes that are unskippable. That's just how I do the walkthrough. So make sure you're behind good cover, and then we're going to push up gradually, but we need to watch out for those screamers. Okay, there's a mulcher over here, and I would recommend picking it up, but before you start using the mulcher, I would take care of the screamers over here, because I can't really justify killing screamers with a mortar, particularly because the fact that they can get some really awkward shots on you and some advantageous angles, and that could easily spell your death. So pick back up the mortar when it's safe to do so, and get to the next piece of cover where your teammates are, and then you're going to be starting to fire at the enemies. The enemies have the high ground up here, so they have an advantage in that respect. Plus, it's hard to see them because everything's dark and they're in shadows pretty much. You want to fire about 120 for the ones in the middle, and then there's one or two on the way back that you need to charge it up to 150. That was a mistake right there. There's also an armored Cantus up here. Now you're going to be facing you're going to be facing 4 armored Cantuses in this chapter coming up. The last 2 are a pair, but hopefully we can get them separated a little bit. But the best way to kill the armored Cantuses in a safe way, this is what you do. You want to throw an explosive at them, either a frag grenade or a boom shot or a torque bow. The idea is you want to shoot them with an explosive so that they fall down, because every time they fall down, they invariably will get up and immediately scream, giving you an opportunity to shoot them in the face with the torque bow. I would recommend the torque bow. Okay, so the best recommendation I can give you is shoot them with a boom shot. That will cause them to fall over. Switch to the long shot. Switch to the torque bow after that. They will get to their feet, invariably scream, shoot them in the face with a torque, and they're dead. That's the best way to do it that I found. Okay, and there's going to be a room coming up that's filled with boom shots. I would recommend giving all your teammates boom shots so that you can get a boom shot from them if you don't have them, because what I have right now, I don't have a boom shot. I'm not going to get a boom shot. The weapons I have now are just too crucial for my needs. I've got a torque and a long shot, and that's just what I need for right now. But I will need a boom shot, so I'll just take one off my teammates when the time comes. There's also a boom shot on one of the floors coming up, just sitting on the ground. So if your teammates are out of boom shots or don't have any, there is a boom shot, and it gives you 6 rounds for it. So this is a pretty simple room over here. Just a couple of guys to deal with. Although that Scorcher, you don't want to fuck with those Scorchers. Could you believe that? Those Scorchers spawn on top of me, pretty much. It's horrendous. And then when you get over here, there's going to be 2 more Scorchers that come forward. And I believe there's a Theron Guard and a standard grub over here as well. Maybe not a grub. Yeah, it's not a grub. It's 2 Scorchers and a Theron with, looks like he had a Lancer, maybe a shotgun. So when everybody's killed over here, you're going to go down the hall. There's going to be that pinball, whatever the hell it's called, foosball machine off of one of the rooms on this hall, just to familiarize yourself with it. And then I'm going to equip some frags and just manually throw a couple. See if we can get some people killed, and it did a good job at doing that. There was another Scorcher and another guard. There's the room of the pinball machine, or whatever the fuck it is. And then come down here, and then you're going to be on this really difficult section, because not only is it difficult, but it's a long checkpoint. Oh, over here. You're going to be pulling switches. I would switch to the torque bow over here because you're going to have some wretches. And it's really easy to kill the wretches with just a swipe of the torque bow. If you ever swipe at a wretch and it doesn't kill him, it's because you haven't made a full connection to him. But if you connect fully, it is only 1 hit for the wretches. And you know, you've just got to be on your toes over here. Watch out for those goddamn Scorchers. And you're just going to be pulling switches. Now this is the area that has a room with boom shots. I think it's right over here. When I pull the switch, if I pan over to the right, you'll see the room of weapons. There's a stack. See that room over there to the right? There's a stack of booms. So I'm going to give my teammates some booms, because if your teammates have boom shots in this next really difficult part, they will decimate, just absolutely destroy. And it also gives you a way of carrying what you want, without having to sacrifice your weapons if you don't want to be carrying a boom shot at the moment. I need my torque and I need my long shot, like I said. Okay, so here's the beginning of the long shot. If you die at any point, you have to start all the way back here. So take care of this one. There's always this Theron right there, so take care of him. And then there's a Theron behind some cover up here. He's got a Lancer. He's behind that cover that has the steam on it. Teammates do a fantastic job over here. Okay, so we're going to be pulling switches. There's like 2 switches on every one of these levels, and there's ambushes on every level too. So when you see the Y prompt, you want to fall back immediately, because there's Therons that ambush you over here. It's so frustrating trying to aim around cover. I understand the aiming around cover, but sometimes they're not even in cover, and the reticle just will not turn white because you're at a bad angle. I mean, look at that. I wasn't in cover. I was just at a bad angle. It wouldn't give me the red prompt. So I had to do a neck shot, which translated into a headshot. So you can see that the game had to compensate for it somehow because of the different levels that we both run. Oh, before you pull the next switch, shoot this guy with this is the mulcher. Shoot him with a torque before you pull the switch. I accidentally used my long shot the first shot, thinking I had the torque. Okay, so you want to pull this switch. There's going to be another ambush up here. There's three Royal Guards in here. They've got a bad position down there because we're higher up and we've got booms. But the next part, I'm going to need a boom and I don't have one, so I'm going to have to switch with one of my teammates that has a boom. Because, like I said, there's going to be a Cantus down here. You don't want to rush too far up, though, and spawn the ambush. So you want to rush up only far enough to spawn the Cantus. And again, boom shot, he'll fall, he'll rise, he'll invariably scream, nail him with a torque bow in his face. You can hit him in the face with a boom shot too, but I find that it's more accurate with the torque bow. And I don't like throwing the frag grenades to make him fall because he rolls around a lot, and you know, if he's rolling around a lot, he can make distance over to you. Okay, so let's switch to this. We only have one shot, but we only need one shot anyway. So come on down here. Remember, do not go too far forward. Just stand about right here. Wait for him to come. Let him stand still. Nail him. Drop him. Switch to the torque bow. Hit him in the face. That's what we're going to do to the two downstairs as well. Now, there could be some way of backtracking and pincering these last guys and finding a better way of shooting them, because once you get on the stairs, you have no cover. But the saving grace is the Therons, the armored Cantuses, usually are spaced from one another, meaning that you can take care of one before the second one has really a chance to catch up. So if you're quick and accurate about killing the first armored Cantus, you'll be allowed to run back up the stairs for safety. I just don't like fussing with going down different floors and trying to find a key spot to find cover and shoot them. I just like to face them, stand my ground, face them. And we have no boom shots, but like I said, there's a boom shot right over here. It gives you 6 rounds. Oh, 4. Okay, it doesn't matter. You only need 2. Okay, so don't shoot through the rails over here, or you'll kill yourself. Here he is. Here's the first one. The second one's coming, so you need to do this quickly. Boom, fall, torque bow in the face, and then get back up to cover, and then just repeat. Your teammates might even knock him down too with the boom. Here he is. He's turned around, so he's giving us a really good opportunity to shoot him. And this is the final one. So, far and away, guys, far and away, that's the best way to deal with those assholes. They're fucking assholes. Okay, here's the second to last switch right here. And there's no more surprises, thankfully. There is a running sequence after you pull the last switch. And at the very end, the game pulls a really cruel joke on you by having a mulcher appear in a doorway, but all you have to do is just run through him. You get nearly 45 seconds to run. It's not about the running. It's easy. It's easy to make the time, but at the very end, the grinder is going to just get burned by an explosion inside the room. He cannot hit. He cannot hit you. He cannot kill you. So that's why I say it's a really cruel joke. I didn't like that, because then the person would try to kill him if he didn't know and waste a bunch of time and then fail. But you do get a checkpoint at the beginning of this sequence. So he's going to be right over here. Just run right through him, and then that is going to be the conclusion of 5-2. And then after this, we will be back out in the sunlight for once. I will see you in the next video. Until then, please take care.